Our second beer from Vault City, available in Tesco's, is this Blueberry Maple. But can it be as good as the Triple Fruited Mango? Keep watching to find out. Welcome back to Rocker's Beer Review. Today we're going to review another beer from Vault City, and it's another one of the Tesco Vault City beers. This is a Blueberry Maple, 6.6% in a 440ml can. The triple fruited one, if you've seen the video for that one, quite impressed with that. Certainly the thickness of the body of that was absolutely incredible, and a really good modern sour beer. But this one I'm more excited about a little bit because I had the apple maple. It was called an apple maple pecan at least a year ago. I think it was actually, I had it Christmas 2020, so that's how long ago it was, and that was really good. So I'm hoping this is going to be the same. I haven't got the pecan in it, but it's got the maple. So let's crack it open, get it in a glass, and first things first, let's see if it's going to be as thick and as gloopy as the mango. Well, pouring it, I would say, doesn't look as thick at the moment, but it's got a lovely sort of colour to it. Obviously, certainly very blueberry in colour. It's almost like a sort of, I suppose it's a very dark pink, crimson sort of colour. We've got literally a finger of, just off-white, sort of a slightly sort of pink haze to that sort of, that head. And then obviously the body, you know, it still looks pretty hazy. It looks really thick. There's a lot of carbonation. You can see all the bubbles there sticking to it. There's something about it that looks a little bit thinner, but let's see what the aroma's like. I mean, as soon as I put it to my nose, it just brought back memories of the apple maple pecan, really. You're getting that big hit of blueberries, but then you're also getting that sort of really sweet maple syrup sort of aroma as well. Smells really good, really inviting, and I can't wait to try it. So cheers, everyone. Oh. That is very good. Body-wise, yes, not as thick and gloopy as completely forgot. The taste has almost blown my mind a little bit. The triple fruited mango, not as thick, but still got a nice zing of carbonation there. Just give it. It's lively, but without being too carbonated. It's got a medium to thin body. It is a lot thinner than that, but in terms of sort of beers that we drink, like pale ales and IPAs, it's always a medium body. And there's a big wave of blueberry flavour, really fruity, and that real sharpness and sourness on the back end. And then as it sort of sits on your tongue, you're getting this really sweet, creamy maple sort of flavour. And it's incredible, and it's just incredible, the sort of complexity of those flavours, really, and how they sort of work really well together. You could drink it and go, you know, we've had sort of sweet blueberry type of sours. In fact, any other sours I've had from other people, it's almost like a case of Vault City, they're just such a big leap above the others. You know, I talk about Daya, and I talk about Polly's, and I talk about Verdant as being like my top three in terms of the sort of craft beer arena. But to be fair, there's a lot of other breweries underneath those that can make beers as good as those. You know, some of their beers are better. But with Vault City, nobody can really get close to them. And although I have had the odd one that wasn't quite as good, for modern sours, I don't think there's many other breweries that get close to this. It's just that it's that journey that you're going on. Big hits of fruit, blueberry, that's like really, really tasty and juicy. Then you got a little bit of zing from the carbonation, and then a little bit of a spicy sort of, you know, like those sour, fizzy sweets that you get, that just sort of gives it a bit of a sort of bang sort of in your mouth, really, almost explosion in your mouth. And then when that calms down, you're left with a sort of and almost much more sort of sweeter, creamy. You can almost feel as if someone has poured that maple syrup down the back of your throat, the way that it sort of goes down and get that flavour. It's a very good sour beer. If you don't like sour beers, and I'm not a massive fan, I won't go out my way to drink sour beers, but when it comes to Vault City, I will go out my way to drink them because I think they're very good. And it's quite incredible. This is a £3.50 modern sour beer from the supermarkets. One thing I'd say about this, equally with the fruited, triple fruited mango, is that there's been no compromise from Vault City in terms of the flavour and the amount of flavour and the sort of ingredients going into this. They don't taste watered down. They don't taste subpar. They taste as good as their £6-7 bottles of sour beer. So that's very good. And I think people are going to taste these. I think it could also almost be a little bit disappointing for people, because people who drink these and think, oh, I really like them, go onto Vault City's website or go see Vault City in bottle shops and think, I'll pay £3.50 for that in Tesco. I'm not paying £7 for a smaller beer. It might have a bigger ABV to it, but I think people are going to sort of almost go, I don't want them to pay that sort of price when the quality is this good, really. And that's probably a little bit disappointing. But maybe now, Vault City, they're in cans more than bottles. If they're producing more people are buying them. They get the economies of scale. They can bring the prices down. Maybe they're starting to get those brewing down a bit low, lower ABV, 6.6%. I mean, it's hardly a low ABV for the sort of the common supermarket beer drinker. But in terms of the sort of 8 and 9% ABVs that you get with some of their ones that you buy direct from them, there is a bit of a difference. But this is a very good beer, and it's got all the flavour. And it's got none of that sort of artificial zing. It tastes like you are drinking blueberries that have been pulped down into a sort of smoothie with maple syrup poured into it. The ingredients taste really good. Yeah, it's a cracking beer. Doesn't quite have the body like the triple fruited one, but probably has a bit more complexity to the flavour. Where that one was very mango, one note, this has got lots going on, and it's a really tasty beer. As I said, all the sours that I'm going to review this week, I won't be doing the scores on the video. I'll be doing a sort of summary video for all three of them and just letting you know what I thought of all of them. So we've got one more to come from Vault City, Strawberry Fields, which should be another interesting one. But this is cracking. If you're in the Tesco supermarkets, pick up both of these beers and let me know in the comments what you think about them, because I think they're very, very good. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and until the next one, you know what you got to do. Keep on rocking.